It's chapel time in the sanctuary with Pastor Jay. 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 It's chapel time in the sanctuary. What? It's chapel time in the sanctuary. Where? The sanctuary, chapel time in the sanctuary. Who? It's Pastor Jay, chapel time in the sanctuary. When? Right now. My God is so big, so strong, and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do for you. My God is so big, so strong, and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do for you. The mountains are His, the rivers are His, the stars are His handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong, and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do for you. One more time. My God is so big, so strong, and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do for you. My God is so big, so strong, and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do for you. The mountains are His, the rivers are His, the stars are His handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong, and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do for you. Well, hello again, boys and girls. As you know, I'm Pastor Jay, and in today's chapel time, we're going to talk about one of the fruit of the Spirit. And if you don't know what that term means, moms and dads, the fruit of the Spirit is a term that we use in the church to talk about the proof that God's Spirit is within you. And so, just in the same way that fruit comes from the ground and you don't make it, you can plant it, but you don't really make fruit. It just grows all on its own. And so, if God's Spirit is inside of you, if you're a Christian, then over time, some things should just grow on their own as a result of being connected to the Spirit of God. And so, one of those things this time we're going to talk about is self-control. We want to talk about self-control. It is important for us to learn how to control ourselves. And you know, self-control is good and important when you're just doing your daily business. You know, you want to keep your body and keep to good personal space. And, you know, maybe if you're going to be going in the store, you need to keep a mask on and that sort of thing. But self-control is also really important when it comes to learning how to control your emotions. You know, sometimes we can get upset. Things can happen that are outside of our control, or maybe someone comes up to us and tells us something that we don't like, and it's easy for us to get upset and really angry. If you remember last time we talked, I shared a Bible story of someone who had a hard time keeping his emotions in check, and he needed self-control. Well, today I want to show you some examples of what it looks like when we do have self-control and what it looks like when we don't have self-control. So I want to show you two different scenarios, and as you look at these scenarios, I want you to tell me which was the scenario where I acted with self-control and which was the scenario where I did not act in self-control. Take a look. Oh, hey there, Jelani. What's up? Hey, Pastor Jay. I have something I wanted to talk to you about. Sure, go ahead. Well, Pastor, I appreciate everything you do around here and all, and, well,
Thank you.
it's just, we need to talk about the dishes.
The dishes?
What dishes?
The dishes you keep leaving behind in the sink after lunchtime.
After lunchtime? Those aren't my dishes.
Well, I checked around with the rest of the staff.
The rest of the staff? You took their word over mine?
Well, I just thought it was the simplest way to.
How dare you accuse me of leaving dishes?
I'm sorry. I didn't know who else to.
Don't you know who I am?
Well, yes, but
I'm the pastor of this church. I drive a Volvo. I'm an important person.
you don't have to yell, Pastor.
Now get out of my office.
Okay, but maybe I can come back later?
Now. Get out now. Oh, hey there, Jelani. What's up?
Hey, Pastor Jay. I have something I wanted to talk to you about.
Sure, go ahead.
Well, Pastor, I appreciate everything you do here and all,
Thank you.
but we need to talk about the dishes.
The dishes? Which dishes?
The dishes you keep leaving behind in the sink after lunchtime.
After lunchtime, you say? I don't remember leaving any dishes, but it's possible I just forgot. Are you sure they're mine?
Well, I checked around with the rest of the staff, and they're pretty sure it was you, sir.
Well, if none of the other staff left them behind, then I guess it was me.
Yeah, Pastor, I think it was.
Are you saying this happens a lot?
Yes, sir. Every time you have lunch, sir.
Well, you all know who I am. You know I can be forgetful sometimes, so thanks for bringing this to my attention.
Pastor?
Yes, is there something else?
It's just the dishes are still there right now, actually.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, I'll be in there in just a few minutes to clean them up.
Thank you for your understanding.
No problem. Well, which one did you think? Did you think it was the first scenario or the second scenario? Well, I can tell you from experience. In the first scenario, I did not have any self-control. Did you see when I got angry and I threw my hat? That's not okay. But in that second scenario, I was able to keep control of my emotions and show a little bit more respect. And so, emotions can flow really deep. And, but you know what? The Spirit of God, when God is inside of us, God's Spirit also can go deep inside of us. And so there's a song I'd like to sing that's about God's Spirit flowing through us as if it's a fountain. Maybe you know this song. Sing it with me if you do. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Again, deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Now, let's sing it again, but instead of singing deep and wide, we're gonna hum it and do some motions. Okay. Whoops. And there's a fountain flowing and there's a fountain flowing and there's a this time real slow. Deep and wide, deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Deep and wide, deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Okay, one more time real fast. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Yay!
Well, boys and girls, it's time for one more song. That's the last song that we sing when we are done with chapel time. Is we sing a song that basically just kind of says yes to God. We say yes to the things that God is doing and saying, and we say, I agree with that. And so in church, in the sanctuary, the way we say yes is we say the word amen. And maybe you've heard your parents or a pastor or someone else says amen when they are done praying or when they're really excited about something. And that word amen just means I agree. So we're going to sing an amen song, and I would encourage you to make a letter A like this with your hands for amen.